welcome back to the channel. I'm Ben, and today is kind of just a mix of things that we're going to try to get done. Tomorrow, I'm going to ride out with the Blue Knights on the first group ride of the year, which I'm unprepared for, which is typical. But we're going to get 311 that's sitting right over here somewhat ready. We need to change the oil. What else is going on with it? The fog lights are not running, so we need to chase some power down and see what's going on with that, if it's a switch or if something's come undone or something like that. But also have a time capsule, Excelsior Henderson time capsule that we need to break into and show you. Might do that in a separate video, who knows. It depends on how long this takes. This is not a how-to video. I'm just going to bring you along on the ride. But first off, we need to get the 76 C10 out of the way. This gal behind me. So let's do that. Before we do that, if you want to see more of the 76, let me know. I've made a couple shorts. I haven't made any videos on it. We're about to get an exhaust put on it Thursday. Today is Monday. So if you're interested in that, we can do it. It's been a project. This is kind of why I haven't put out any videos in a while. One, being wintertime, and I've been working on this. The bikes have been sitting. But we got some really nice weather coming up this end of this week, or even today is really nice. So anyways, I'm not going to talk anymore. Let's get this thing moved. All right. Henry was taking a ride in the truck with me. Very nice original condition on this 76. So give the Quadrajet a couple pumps. It's been sitting for a minute, but there she goes. Give her just a second to warm up here. Really love this truck though. This is Katie's grandfather's truck, so it's all original. He owned it since I think 78, if we remember correctly, and it sat for many years, from like 94 roughly until basically this year. And we got it out and started doing some work on it. So, but let's get it moved out of the way so we can get to the motorcycles. See if we can do it without crashing into anything. That should do it. Thank you. Gallant machine. All right. Oof. Yeah, that's there's that. Give you a little walk around in the garage. I have moved some things around, exposed the giant mirror, and here's the bikes. Very nice. You will notice that Tour X is gone. Tour X is in the trailer because Tour X is for sale. And there's a gentleman in South Carolina that is interested in it, and we are working out some deals with that. So it is nice and detailed and clean and out of the way. I've kept them on battery tenders, trying to do my due diligence to save a battery. Since I've put nice batteries in here, let's try to take care of them. Since historically, I have not. Move this behemoth into a position we can work on it. Get as much oil from the 76 on the tires as possible. That'll be really convenient for tomorrow. Okay, let's give 311 a little walk around. We haven't done a lot of shooting of just looking at this bike, I have done majority of the riding videos on this bike, all the trips, all the short videos and stuff like that. Did 1,000 miles to the beach and back on this bike, and that video is up. It's called Coastal or something like that. So very good. But I've got all those miles on this bike, and I need to change the oil. So need to do a couple things. Need to start it, get it up to temperature, or at least get it a little warm, and go from there. But I will show you something before I get there. In a box of my grandpa's belongings when I got the bikes, this was in here. I don't know who wrote this or where it came from, but I thought it was very funny and I thought I'd share it with you. So it's the Super X oil change instructions, which is accurate. Number one, if primary riding short distances or stop and go traffic, change every 15 to 2,000 miles. Man, that's expensive. But fresh oil is fresh oil, right? Let's see. Change oil. Where's the funny stuff? Oh, yeah, right here. Once you're letting it drain, man, take a break. Drink a beer. That's fair. Don't forget to go for a ride, too. This is going to be really loud. I probably should ventilate the garage. Let's ventilate the garage. Just a little bit. Oh, and get this cranky girl fired up. I've always been told, do not let them idle on their kickstand. Do not let them idle on their kickstand. Do I let them idle on their kickstand? Sometimes. Let's check the oil. I think we've gone over this before, but if we haven't, I'll go over it again. To check the oil on these, you got to do what's coined the rain dance. Basically, you hold the RPMs up for between 25 and 3,000 for about 30 seconds, 25, 30 seconds. And that allows the oil to settle and do all of its things to get accurate reading. Right. Throw her over on the old Jiffy stand. Let's get a rag. And check the oil. Because I think what we're going to do is what I did last time. Wow, that oil doesn't look that bad at all. Okay. Can we see this? Nope. Where are we at here? Bam. I really like the second X from the bottom. The oil doesn't look bad at all. So, if we can do this right, which I have my doubts, because if it comes to oil, or any fluid for that matter, I'm going to get it everywhere, specifically in all these cracks. So what we're going to do is get the bike level and drain the oil and try to capture the oil in a way that I can measure it, add a little bit, maybe half a quart, put it in there, and do it that way. Because there's no specific oil amount or capacity for these bikes. They say, if you look at the owner's manual, it's like 4. You put 4 in here and it's going to puke oil out of the crankcase breather until it self-levels. So what a lot of owners do is they learn how much oil their bike levels at. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to measure how much is in there, add about a half a quart, because I've lost a little bit, whether it used it or it self-leveled a little bit more. I can't not remember. So I'm not going to ramble anymore. Let's get some stuff to do this. Got to check and see where the drain plug is so we don't cover it up. Let's see. Okay. So if I remember correctly, I put it all the way in the back so I don't pinch the lines. All right, just enough to level her out. And to leave just enough dipstick. Oh, gosh. Just to leave enough Earl drain plug so that I can make a mess all over the jack, which is typical. So, let's move right along and get something to catch this dinosaur juice. Let's see. Since we're going to be dealing with some Earl, and I'm going to be getting that all over my hands, let's get some gloves on. Ooh, all right. Check that out. Icon. Golden. Isn't that cool, huh? 90 tooth. Should we get oil all over this? I don't know, man. Let's set that off on the side and make a decision on that. Here. Don't just stand there. Let's look. Let's make a assessment here. I should know this. Ooh, let's reference this. See how accurate it is. He says, I think it's a 5/16 or a 3/16. Okay. I'm going to be a smart man and do a 5/16 and a 3/16. Wow. Okay. So the front is in fact 5/16. That's good news. The back, though, however, is much bigger. Let's see if I like that. Oh, wow. Right on the money. Right on the money. Okay. I can get down with that. Let's try this out. Oh, lovely. Okay. I think if I put it on its side just like that, I will spill a tremendous amount of oil, which is what we're looking for here. Okay. Very good. Let's get a ratchet thing. You know what? I bought the gold ratchet to use. We're going to use it. So, if it gets oily, it gets oily. Ooh, who put that on there? Oh, did Mike do that or did I do that? I'm gonna blame it on Mike. That's the easy way out. Okay, moment of truth. Can I do it? Do it like this. Ooh. This is not gonna be ideal. Oh no, it's not ideal. All right, let me get a rag. But not that bad. I've done worse. Oh yeah, like it's just spraying out like that. Oh yeah, I've done worse than that. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay. Let me clean my gloves up real quick. Man, that isn't too bad. And we didn't even get it on the ratchet. Whew, boy, we're really going places here. Really going places. Mop this filler up right here. Yeah, okay. I mean, you saw the floor. You've watched some videos. What we're gonna do now is get our nice fancy gold ratchet nice and oily. Swap that out. Put this cat on here. Nice. Break this other fella loose. Oof, okay. Ooh. Okay, so many ugga-duggas, I folded the ramp up. Okay. Let's trade that out for this guy. Wow. That is exceptional. I got some exceptional work going on here, gentlemen. This is some high quality content. All right, take 3. Oh, there it goes. That's all she took. Very good. Now, should we wipe this off? Let's wipe her down. Okay, right on the edge. Right on the edge. Okay. That's why I like it. Living on the edge. I might just drop him into the pan and fish him out later. What do you think about that? This is where most of the oil is going to come out, I believe. Okay. Oh yeah, just like that. Exactly like that. Ooh, we're gonna fill her up, aren't we? That is not ideal. Woo, boy. That was close. I know y'all can barely see that, but that was just barely enough. And my new gloves are dirty. So let's dab that off. I did spill a touch of oil. Okay, I've got a sufficient amount of oil on the ground. Check. Sufficient amount of oil on my fresh gloves. Check. Okay. mop up my mess here. Add to the collection of oil spillage and stainage. And let those drain for a minute. Okay. Nice. Come with me. And we will take a look. Now we're over here at my, oh, get out of here. Okay. Let's clean these up real quick. Very nice, very nice. Good time to inspect your plugs. It looks fine. Crush washers. Clean them up just a little bit. I've had really good luck with the copper crush washers. So we shall move on. All right, let's take you along to this wonderful little caddy over here. And let's see what we can do. What are you doing in here? No, not you. No. Very nice. Okay. We got crush washers in here. We've got some things. Ooh, that one's got a magnet on it. I like it. Let's see what we're gonna choose to use here out of my wonderful collection of different styles of. Got a lot of those. Got a couple of these. Interesting. That fellow looks used. What's he doing in there? Plastic. Plastic. Ooh. Ooh, I do like that. But should we get a little metallic recovery here? But is that gonna work? I have to use a wrench in the future. Not a bad thing, really. Whoa, try not to throw him away. We do like him enough to keep him around. Make a decision. I think that's what we'll do. No, not that. Gosh, what are we talking about? That. Let's do this. I think I'm happy with that. Let's get a little metallic recovery in here. Let's choose these and see what we can do about it. So let's zip these little guys off and find the oil filter. This guy down here, this is the bugger. Can we get in there without? I don't like that. Can we get underneath it? Absolutely not. Nope, that ain't gonna be happy. We really need a swivel. We need a swivel, gentlemen. Something like this. Yes, something like that. However, be right back. See how fast that was? How many attachments can we attach? Does that help? Did that help? Can we level it out? Can we drive that down enough to get in there? Who put that on there like that? Okay. Who did that? Who did that? All right. Try this again. Gathered some different things to piece together. Can we make it happen? I say we do a little bit of swivel there. Attach him on here. Ooh, okay. Let's bring back the oily gold ratchet. Make sure we're turning them L's real quick. Nope, that's not happy. That is not happy. We might find ourselves at a bad spot here, gentlemen, if we are not careful. And by careful, I mean very careful. Note to self, which I typically keep myself noted quite a bit. This is just a cover. There we go. Now we're talking. This is just a cover. That is not ever going to be necessary to have that one screw that tight. Woo! Made me nervous. And for good reason. Not ideal. Okay, let's move this beautiful cover out the way. See what I'm talking about? Ooh, that could have been ugly. It could have been ugly. But we persevered. So, I think what we're going to do now is we're going to plug up the bottom. Oh, is that a date? Squirrel. 4/25. Yep, Mike. Thank you, Mike, for that. That's excellent service work there. Let's move all of our junk out of the way. And, whoa, where are you going? Let's move all this junk out of the way. Put our plugs back in. That way we can move our drain, catch, see if we can't make another mess. We need our fancy dancy oil plugs. Our big boy 1-inch. Let's make sure we have the right stuff. Excellent. What else do we need here? Nothing. Okay. Now let's see if I can just totally cover up your view with my head and install this guy. There we go. Nice. Move him out of the way. Good looking Earl right there. We're just gonna hand him snug there for a minute. Set him off to the side. And let's see if we can move this wonderful pail of oil out of the way without sloshing and spilling. Please do not spill. Thank you. Okay. Drip a little Earl there. That's okay. Ooh, drip some more Earl. And plug. Ooh, it did like that. Much better. Okay. Give him just a few ugga-duggas here. said just a few. I said just a few. Easy there. Hot shot. Him. Him. Little flipperoo. Put him on the power switch. There. You live happily ever after. Right there. Well, until next time. Clean you up. Nice, nice. This is almost professional. Okay. Almost professional. How much oil and mess are we going to make? Let's put him on here. There. Now we're cooking with oil. We're cooking with oil. Bam. Moment of truth. Can one twist this off by hand? Not a chance. Are we overkill here? Yes. Is it gonna work? Let's find out. There we go. Get choked up on it real quick. There we go. Yes. We're gonna do lovely Amsoil, because I'm an Amsoil man. Okay. Call me what you want. I'm an Amsoil man. Look at that drain out. Very nice. Very nice. So I love these, man. Look at that texture. Nice textured. Go on there with your hand and whatnot. Should we pull a mic and write a date on here? That would be the right thing to do. Let's do the right thing. Look at that. We got some oil. We got a Sharpie, got an oil filter. Where should we write the date? I like how he had it. Just like that. Okay, what is today? Today is 1/5/25. No. It's 2026. Okay. Takes some getting used to. You know, the years changing. That's a thing, right? Okay. Thank you. Do not pass go. I really should pour this out into it to get an accurate reading. That's what we'll do. Will you sit there happily? Thank you. It's nice when things listen. Holy cow. Clean you up real quick. No more drippage. Well, you know, a little bit of drippage. A little bit of drippage. Matter of fact, why don't you just hang out right there for a minute? Bam! Like it's meant to be. Okay. Come out happily, please. Thank you. Add to our accurate reading. Doing the best with what we got here. Okay, plenty of oil on our hands. We are doing it right. You already know the drill. Nothing like a nice wet O-ring. Some fresh Earl. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, let's spin this fella on here. You know, it goes on sideways, so you kind of gotta, it's a dry start. Is that a problem? Shouldn't be a big deal. All right, we'll do a hand tight. We'll do, let's see, 1/2 Ugga Dugga here, which might not sound very, see, that was 1 Ugga Dugga. We'll do 1/2. Well, not even, but I like it. And now we have sufficient filtration. What is next, gentlemen? Do you remember? Let's put the cover on. No, we shall not put the cover on. You know why? Because we want to know if it leaks. See, we are getting professional. Okay, now let's do some measuring. What do we have here? We are at, we'll bring you with us so you can see here what we're talking about. We are at cups. As you can see, we're at that measurement, which is cups. Interesting. Okay, give me a second to do some math and some measuring. Whoa, don't fall down now. Had a little bit too many sodas, huh? There we go. Now we're cooking. What did I say? Oh yeah, let me do some math and I'll get right back with you here in just a second. So I think what we want to do, I'll just stick in there. Oh wow, okay. I like that. It's nice. It's a nice feature. Okay, what we're going to do is not remember what we should have remembered the last time we did an oil change. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 quarts in the old girl, and we're going to drain this into the old quarts, and see how many it fills up. Slowly, but not carefully. Drink up, little Betty. He said, "May I have some more, please?" You may. Okay, nice. That's really my goal. Anytime I change oil or do anything like that, I just really just try to make the biggest mess that I can. There we go. I'm missing a funnel. Set him in there. It's dirty, quite dirty, but it's okay. We got plenty of rags here. Like I said, I mean, it don't get more professional than this. You've been to a quick lube place, right? This is common practice. Making a mess, of course. I think you get the gist of what we're doing here. We're going to backfill our quarts. Wonderful. Top you off. Place you here. Bam. I like it. Is there a better way to do this? Oh yeah, of course. But what fun would it be to do it the right way? Overfilled that one a bit. We'll just set that feller off here. We've got about less than half a quart there. We needed a little bit more, so I think what we'll do is we will add half a quart here, roughly. And if it self-levels a little bit, that just means we got plenty of oil in there, okay? That's what that means. Drink up, little buddy. Not too much there. You'll fall over. Okay, let's do just a little bit more. Thank you. We've added 2.5 quarts, which doesn't seem like it would be enough, right? But we're talking Excelsior Henderson here, and if you know Excelsior Henderson, you know that a lot of times it just doesn't make sense. If you know, you know. But at the same time, it does make sense, and I'll tell you why. Because it works. And when it works, well, that's the most important part. We dripped oil, but we dripped it on our rags. I'll accept it this time. We just did not drip enough oil on the ground. That is for sure. Maybe we're getting too professional. That's very likely. Put our old oil out of the way. Clean up our wonderful production here. Actually, we'll lay it out. We'll keep it out. Why not? I like that green. Y'all like the green? Very good. We'll pull our funnel out, please. Bam. Put our dipstick in. And we're not going to be able to talk, but what I'm going to do is start the bike, get it up to temperature, do the rain dance, get it up to RPMs, hold it there, let everything find its place. Then we're going to check the oil again and go from there. So hope you enjoy this very loud sound. Layer over. Oh, wow. Look at that. There's a rag there. It's almost like a plant. Whoa! You're supposed to tell me if there's rags sitting on the exhaust. God. Remember, this is supposed to be a professional show here. Professional production. Okay. Where are we going to be at? We're going to be on the 2X's. Come on, baby. Come on. Be good to me. Ooh! Look at that nice fresh oil. We are just at the third X, barely. Man, 2.5 quarts plus, you know, of course, whatever was in there. That's what she likes. That makes her a happy bike. And you're like, whoa, man, I thought you said that the owner's manual said 4. Well, look, fella, this is not a Harley. This is a Excelsior Henderson. And they do what they want to do, however they want to do it. You got that? Good. Now that that's out of the way. What are we forgetting? Oh, let's check for leaks. Put you down here so you can enjoy the... That's a terrible view. Is that better? That's a better view. We'll take that. Okay. Checking for leaks. What better way to check for leaks than to use a nice green, somewhat dirty rag. No leakage, no seepage, no weepage. A little bit I forgot to get down there. Very good, very good. Okay. I like that. Okay. Well, gentlemen, that leaves one more thing to do, and that is to put our beautiful cover on. We still got to put some saddlebags on, and I still wanted to check to make sure, or to see why the fog lights aren't working. Are we going to do that? Do we have time? I think we have time. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get moving. All right. We have our gold ratchet, our hammer, that thing, but we don't have a cover. All right. I don't know what take this is, or if it even matters, but we're here now. We have our cover. So I'm going to spin these on real quick. Note to self, don't over tighten this guy down here. Did you hear me? Okay. Just want to make sure. Let's go ahead and just snug him up just a little bit. Okay, that is enough of that. We'll give these a couple of ugga-duggas. Let's go down here. Remember, this is just a decorative cover, okay? I mean, yeah, the bike vibrates a lot, but come on, man, let's not get too carried away. I like it. Saddlebags just, you know, and it just kind of bangs in there like that. There's no hardware. Excellent. Let's grab the other one. Same on this side, except much, much easier. Nice. Man, did I mention this bike needs a bath? We are slapped out of time. Good news is we found the hardware. Bad news is we don't have a wrench. Bingo. So I put a nice little washer on each side. Put the nut on. Nice washer. Yes. And a nut. And we torque these down to 100 foot-pounds. No, not actually 100 foot-pounds. Mostly like one ugga-dugga. Back to this side. Put our lovely washer on. Whoa! Okay, just stay down there. That's where I wanted you to go anyways. Thank you. Okay, thank you for sitting there. Washer, nut. Washer, nut. Not 100 foot-pounds. Just a little, you're kind of working it in there, and you're just like, one spare parts. Good enough. I do travel with a nice little toolkit, and I will add that to the saddlebags later. I'm not going to bore you with the tools, unless you want to be bored with the tools. If you want to know what I carry on a motorcycle, an Excelsior Henderson motorcycle, on trips and stuff, let me know in the comments, and I will share with you my travel kit. I have grabbed a few things. Let's get these covers off real quick. If nothing else, we can do a little bit of troubleshooting. We might figure it out, or like many times, we will walk away from this more confused than when we started. Thank you. Let's see. I'll let you hang down there for just a second. That's promising. This side over here actually has the switch. I'm hoping the switch has come unattached or disconnected or something. We've got a headlight, we just do not have either running light, which means either the switch is bad or something is weird in here. Here's our switch. Let me show you what we're working with here. We have a little toggle switch. This is factory, by the way. A little toggle switch here, up or down. I can't remember which one's on or off. It's not marked, but anyways, you have the eagle lights in here, tapped into the factory wiring with some quick connectors. This side has no switch. Both sides have a ground and power and more ground. So I'm gonna set you back down. We're gonna put some ignition to it. We're gonna hook up a little test light and see if we're getting power. Let's see if we can get a good ground somewhere. Where can we get a good ground? Is that gonna be a good ground? You know, it's a test light for a reason, right? It's a test light. Okay, so let's disconnect him. Well, we're not getting power. I can tell you that right now. You know why? Because none of this is working. So that is 100% true. We're not even getting power at the switch. At either point, I'm going to make sure. Next thing to check would be to see if we have a popped fuse, perhaps. All right, let me do what I do and struggle on my own for a moment. I'm gonna take the seat off and get in here, and I will let you know what I find. So we're back here at the fuse box. Okay, we've got the seats removed. I hit a block because I am not an expert or a genius by no means. So, what do I normally do? I call someone who's smart. I called Bruce Whitefoot, aka Grandpa Grumpy Pants on YouTube. He taught me something that I should already know, and that is where the fuse boxes are. I did not know that along this little flange, these little connectors are the little fuse boxes. This one sits back here. This one sits right underneath there, as you can see where the little rust spots are for the connectors. So once I got these out, I found this fuse, which is broken, which is good news. Could be good news. Obviously, if I put a new one in there, it pops again. I've got damaged wiring or some other big issue. This could have happened when I put in, or when I did some work on the lights not long ago, and then I didn't ride it after, so didn't really do much. Didn't notice it. So, anyways, let's pull this guy out real quick. See if I can do it with one hand. I don't know if you can see that. Severed. So, got a new one here, 10 amp. We're going to pop that sucker in there with one hand, hopefully. There we go. Bam! Look at that. That looks nice. Maybe I should replace all the fuses. Yeah. We'll do that another time. So let's roll over here real quick. And let's see. Whoa, where are we going, camera? See what we can do. Oh, look at there. We got lights. That is great news. That is great, great news. All right. So next thing to do is to button it all back up. Man, look how sad it looks with those. It's like his eyes popped out. It's kind of graphic. Put it all back together and double check a few things, and I'll be right back with you. One last test. We got lights. Thank you, Bruce. Can only give him credit for that. Everything else is working well. Fan is good. Should be good for a ride. Very good.